I want to show you this soft and fluffy, wonderful pastry from the oven, filled with cheese, and just look at these beautiful layers. Now I'll show you how soft it is. Wonderful, it melts in your mouth. We start the preparation by taking a small bowl. Then we put 1 tablespoon of sugar in it, 1 tablespoon of flour, 30 to 35 grams of fresh yeast or 10 to 12 grams of dry yeast. Pour 200 milliliters of lukewarm milk over everything. Mix well and leave it for about 10 minutes to activate the yeast. Once the yeast is activated, put 800 grams of all-purpose flour into a mixing bowl. Add 1 tablespoon of salt, then mix everything a little. Pour in 250 milliliters of lukewarm water, 50 milliliters of oil, add 1 whole egg, and finally this activated yeast. We will first gently mix everything with a wooden spoon. Approximately this much mixing is quite enough. If it's easier for you, you can of course do everything by hand. Or you can put everything in a stand mixer. I'll just gently fold this dough over a bit, just to combine it. When it starts to stick to my hands again, I take 20 milliliters of oil, pour it over the dough, dip my fingers in a little like this and continue kneading. Just gently fold it over like this until the dough starts to stick again. When this starts to happen again, then we leave the dough covered with a cloth for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, we dip our fingers in oil again like this. Then knead the dough again. Now you can freely knead it a bit more with your palm like this. We've oiled the dough so it won't stick to your hands as much. Approximately this is quite enough. Pat dough down and let it rest for 30 to 60 minutes, depending on how much time you have. Take the resin dough out onto a work surface and gently knead it there. Just fold these edges inwards. Then divide the dough into 6 parts. Shape each of these parts into a ball. Sprinkle the work surface with all-purpose flour. Then arrange the balls. Sprinkle a little flour over them too. Cover with a cloth and let them rest for as long as it takes us to make the filling. For the filling, we use cottage cheese. Choose one that is saltier and stronger in flavor. It also needs to be granular like this. If you can't find it, the regular one will do. If it's not salty, be sure to add salt. You also need to soften 125 grams of margarine or butter. Now I take one piece of dough at a time and roll it out. With the help of a rolling pin, I will roll it into a rectangle. Try your best to make it resemble a rectangle so that you can easily place it in the baking tray later. Like this. You don't have to be anything special or precise. Sprinkle some flour in between so the dough doesn't stick because you'll set it aside. And you will repeat all of this with the remaining parts of the dough. The easiest way to get a rectangle is to press the middle like this and leave these ends thicker. Then you just stretch the ends like this. A little more flour over it, then fold it. This is the last piece of dough. Try to roll it out as much as you can, because you will place it at the bottom of a large oven tray. The dimensions of that tray should be approximately 40 by 30 centimeters, or similar, whatever tray you have. Once rolled to size, sprinkle with a little flour. Fold again, add flour, fold one more time, and set aside. Grease the chosen baking tray with the previously prepared and softened butter. Now take this largest piece of dough that you rolled out. You can spread it out a bit with your hand like this to make it easier to place in the tray. Pat it down with your hand. Then take the softened butter and spread it over the dough. You can also melt the butter to spread it thinner. Then take the filling. Sprinkle a little bit on top. You can also do it by hand. It's simpler and easier. Take the second dough piece. Put your hands underneath. Since the dough is very soft and light, you will stretch it very easily. Place your fist underneath like this, and it just stretches. And now place it in the middle like this. Then connect these edges like this. Then you can do it like this. And then stretch out the rest to the width of the tray. Press down a little from above, then spread butter again. Then cheese again. We divide both the butter and the cheese into 5 parts. We stretch the dough again with our hands like this and place it on top. Pat everything down well again and repeat the process. If you wish, you can add more butter. This is just enough. You can also add cheese, although I don't think any of that is necessary. And that this is all quite enough. But tastes differ, especially since we'll be making an additional topping, so everything will be even more juicy and soft. And now the last piece of dough. Now press everything down well. Push out the air. And pull it into the corners. That would be it for pulling and spreading. It remains to cut it before baking. Cut into larger or smaller pieces, however you like. Whatever is simpler, nicer, and easier for you. Just keep in mind that they will rise. After cutting, I leave it to rest for 20 to 30 minutes. For the topping, we need 2 whole eggs, a little salt, and 200 milliliters of liquid yogurt. Now whisk all of that together. Pour this over our pastry from above. After pouring, spread it evenly everywhere with a brush. While we do this, the oven heats to 200 degrees. You can sprinkle some seeds if you wish. We're taking the pastry to bake. Baking time is between 30 and 35 minutes or until desired color. Some might say this is a bit more baked, but for us, it's perfect. Additionally, cut along these lines you previously cut. I'll take out a piece from here to show you what it looks like. Just look at the layers. Soft and wonderful. Enjoy.